Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Thank you, Linda. That was sweet. Welcome to Awakening Wednesday. So happy to have your presence, be it in the divine time or if this is at a later time. To all the Facebook, YouTube, and our webpage, what's up, everybody? So glad that you're here. We have one of our very own in the house tonight, a ministerial student about to graduate. We'll be calling her Reverend Zena in any time. I call her Rev now. So one of our divine practitioners. And so before we bring her up, we're going to bless the space, bless this time. So let's just take a deep breath together. Blessing in this divine time that we have been called for a mighty, mighty job. We have been called to live at a higher level of consciousness. We have been called to examine and to explore infinite possibilities of how we can live in a new dynamic and paradigm. So as we embrace this opportunity to step into, yes, to step into the unknown, to step into our infinite being, our Godness, we accept the call. And however it shows up for you, it's in divine right action. And however it shows up for me, it is in divine right action. So as we recognize that everybody in our global community is stepping into their call, and there's no need to fear, for God is in each and every journey. So we lift up the joy and happiness within us. We lift up the absolute knowingness that right where I am, God is, and right where you are, God is. We give thanks and praise for this day, for this time, and for this divine awareness. Releasing this love out into the world. And so it is. God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. Right here in this moment, right now. I can feel it. God is the truth. I am right here, right now. God is, I am. That's awesome. Let's give Linda some love. I love Linda. She's just always.
Linda.
So as we get ready to bring on Zena, there are a few things. I just want to make sure you've got your mic on. She's got her mic on. I'm going to have you come around this way and come on that side of the stage. Something that I forgot to tell her about, but hey, there you have it. So I had the pleasure of getting, and having the pleasure of getting to know Zena Kasha through the pandemic. Because when I came on as musical director, it was like, a few months later, we were all shut down. And so through Zoom, through stories of this divine spirit that just has such an opening heart and a space for love. And just recently, her love for community, being able to shine in their highest and best, reaching out to me to say, hey, can you help with some technical things? Can you help share? I just think that's so beautiful that centers should come together more to have that opportunity. And that shows me how beautiful and how big your heart is. So we are so blessed to have her in the house. In the house, in the house. That means in live person. So everyone, get ready for an incredible evening of expansion, of reflection, and of opening. And make sure you have your journal and your pen ready. Zena Kasha.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh, Gino, Linda, Bob, thank you so much for the support as I came here tonight to share a little bit about me and a little bit about a treasure that I found through a training that I did with Martin L. Roseman. And he's an MD who works with guided imagery. And it's interesting because when I first got exposed through a course I was taking, where he was the facilitator, I began to have a lot of memories. And some of those memories came out just recently, like 2 weeks ago, actually. And the memories were really being able to courageously stand on this stage and to not only profess that there's a way for us to be and have a direct relationship with God, Spirit, the infinite, but that Spirit is awaiting us as much as we are yearning for it. And so I'm here to tell you that in my lifetime here on this plane of existence, I've had 3 out-of-body and coming back to life. One was when I was 3 and I drowned. One was when I was 6 and I was kidnapped. And one was when I was 10 and I was electrocuted. Now, I know electrocuted means that you're dead, so obviously that may not be the right term, but it was a very traumatic episode. But the idea of what happened after each of these events is what I want to share with you tonight. And then I'd like to move into guided imagery to kind of tell you through all of that and through all of your challenges, doubts, wonderings, questionings, through all of that, there is a spiritual truth within us, an essence of truth that can never be harmed, desecrated, or destroyed. So when I think about moving into this idea of guided imagery, in 2017, and this was pre-pandemic obviously, but I remember going kind of, Ferrari style. My wife and I had great success. We were like rocking it in our business. Things were really looking up in so many different ways in terms of the structure, the outside part of life, the things we show to the world. Now, these things aren't bad in any way. They're part of prosperity consciousness and they're awesome. It's just when we start hiding behind those things and we put a barrier to letting people see who and what we are that grew to be the issue for me. So through that, I had a vision that came to me, and in this vision, I met the Christ. And in that vision, I was brought to a plateau. It seemed like it was a plateau over an ocean. There was a beautiful, vibrant sun. And there was these pools. And each of the pools had a label. And I was drawn to one pool, and so I went to that pool. And when I arrived, the label said, love. I brought myself into the pool. It was just like a gravitational force that was welcoming and inviting me. When I entered the water, I felt as though I had been baptized. I cried like I've never cried before. And when I sort of was looking at this person that I thought was me, in that instant I realized I was something entirely different than what I had assumed to be for all the years of my life. When I went to release myself from the pool, a beautiful span of wings came and cocooned me. And they held me, and I looked up and I saw the angel Gabriel, and he had 12 stones, which I'm still attempting to have these higher consciousness moments so that I can sort of follow that through time and figure out what that means in terms of the larger story of my life. But that inspired me to come out of the pool, and all I remember is that my back came up straight and the wings opened, and what I thought were wings holding and cocooning me were my wings. And it's the most amazing feeling in the world to be so open without any kind of preconceived notion of harm or of not being eternal or of not having purpose and meaning in life. And it's from that point on with a very short amount of period of time that I left a business that I ran with my wife, transitioned little by little as more and more of this idea of who I wanted to be emerged. And that emergence brought me to the School of Ministry. When I went to this class by Martin L. Rossman, MD, he does amazing work because he brings people to this idea of how we have an inner advisor. And I believe that when I was in that vision, and from Gabriel, I met the Christ, and from Christ, I met the vast entity. That's the only thing I can call it because it had no form. But it was through this whole process that with this class, that I realized, wow, that was like guided imagery on steroids. And I took it to heart and turned it into what I'd like to share with you tonight, because it happened to me. And now I know that every time, even through COVID and all of the different extremities that we've experienced, that there is a purpose and a meaning, that this is a piercing open and a busting through and a cracking of all the illusions that we have held as being true in our lives. And it's happening on a collective level. It's not just me or other people who are on the spiritual walk. It's actually an uprising in consciousness, and it's really here, and it's really strong, and you can really feel it when we go into that sort of silent, peaceful space within. So I'd like to invite you now, as I'm going to take us through this guided imagery. And I'd like to lead you, because it's an opportunity for me to share this gift that has come to me. And with that, I hope that you accept the gift, for I want to give it to you in complete love. So imagine just for a moment that the most direct route to perceiving your eternal reality, that divine essence, that part of you that isn't based on the outer, that inner part. Let yourself observe just for a moment your own images. What are they? Are you a role, or are you a soul? What happens within these experiences? Do you feel purpose, meaning, direction? Now, if for any reason you don't feel comfortable doing this at this time, please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Respect yourself, and know that this imagery can be viewed later. For those who are interested in going and asking this process that appears to be pop culture-ish, even pop psychology, for me to approach and address the infinite here on stage, looking at a camera and sharing. But I think that this transcends all the objects, because the infinite is here, whether we see it or not. So I want you to, for just a moment, and then we're going to move into this process, just for a moment, if you choose to imagine this with me, that you can have a few minutes to be directly touched by Spirit, by God, by the infinite, by the creator, the architect of the universe. This infinite intelligence, or whatever you call it in your mind now in silence by the name you choose. Because it's important that we own up to how we have a relationship with Spirit, God, the Infinite One. I'm going to use Spirit for the purpose of comfort, probably for myself. It's easy for me to fall into Spirit. But I also, a while back, read the definition of Spirit. And I think it's so appropriate for everything that's been going on in the world. Spirit is breath. So as we breathe in, we are actually breathing in that very thing that made the whole universe, the moon and the stars and the planets. But again, I want you to pick the most meaningful term for you as we move through this process. Now's our time to go ahead and get comfortable, wherever you are. For right now, no notes, nothing on your lap. If you're on a couch, or on a chair, or a comfy sofa, wherever you are, just allow yourself to be supported by whatever you're sitting on at this moment. You might be in a lotus position. And let's go ahead and begin. Close your eyes if you choose. And we're going to go ahead and take a series of breaths. And the first breath is that we are going to take a deep breath, letting it come deep into our body. And we're going to release that breath. And as that breath is releasing this next round, really make it a kind of letting go breath, where you're entirely trusting wherever you're sitting to support you. And once again, as you imagine this in-breath, I'd like you to think of it as a breath that fills the 70 trillion cells in your body with fresh energy. Flowing through your mind, your body, and your spirit. You may want to imagine now that your out breath is releasing all of the tension that you carry. All those distractions, all that discomfort. And as you breathe in again, we're breathing in that fresh oxygen and energy. And as we release the tension, the distraction, and the discomfort. Let your breath now find its rhythm. Inhaling energy and oxygen. Exhaling tension, distractions, and discomforts. Now briefly, again with your eyes closed or open, it's your choice, scan your body and invite your body to relax and release any tension it doesn't need to hold on to right now. Don't worry about how your body will do this. Just simply relax and breathe. Your body will adjust and will respond to your request. Just breathe. As you scan your feet. Invite them to relax. Your legs. And allow that to become comfortable and relaxed. Your pelvis, your hips, your back. Oh, that back that carries so much. Just breathe it in. Your abdomen, your chest, your ribs. Put your hands on your ribs as you inhale and exhale. And feel the life of breath, spirit moving through you, through your breath. And relax. Invite your shoulders and your neck. That keyboard strain, COVID Zoom strain, just allow it to just relax. They don't need to hold on. Your body has nothing that it needs to hold on to. And your breath, with your exhale, invites your body to relax. Feel this flow through your arms, all the way down to your fingertips and the palms of your hands. Breathing in and breathing out. Invite your face and your forehead and your scalp to relax. And breathe. All those little muscles on your cheeks and around your eyes, so strained. Just relax and breathe. Your jaw muscle, just let it relax. It knows how to do this if we invite it. Now, in this relaxed state, we're going to move into the inner eternal world. And we're going to welcome the invisible advisor. So again, breathe. And invite your body to relax. The imagination is the most direct way to experience our internal being. So let your imagination imagine that you're opening a door to let that imagination free. Like when you were a child and nobody had already put in your mind all the things that the imagination could give you that were not correct. The imagination is the storehouse and the wonder house of every creation that we know. So invite your imagination now to come forward. Imagine going inside to a very beautiful, very safe, and very special place. A place where you feel really good to be in. A sacred place for you. It could be a place you have been to before in your outer life or in your inner life. Or it could be a place that just comes to you now in your imagination. It doesn't matter. As long as this is a very special place for you, a very safe place for you, a place where you feel welcomed and supported by all the energies that surround you, a place where you commune with the spirit within you. Take a few moments now to explore this place. Notice what you see. Colors, shapes. Notice any sounds you might hear or imagine hearing in this place. There may be a scent, a familiar smell. Just notice it. It doesn't really matter. Just notice any aroma or fragrance that you smell now. Especially notice the peacefulness, the quiet, the safety that you feel here. Before you invite an image of spirit, God, infinite intelligence, the divine, take a moment to sanctify your space, welcoming the divine. There may be a prayer that you would like to say inside yourself, or imagine a ritual of some kind that for you represents making sacred space. Now, let yourself get centered on this space and invite the image of spirit or God. Whatever name you call this, you might have a visual, or there may be a sound, there may be a presence or a feeling. Just observe. And breathe. As you address this creator, take a few moments to express the gratitude, those things that you are thankful for, the truly wonderful blessings in your life. Anything that you feel came to you through Spirit, God, the Creator, the Infinite One, whatever name you use, address it with that name. Be thankful for a moment, for that moment where grace came to you, a givingness of spirit without you being anything but the divinity and the essence of spirit here. Just take time now to notice those things, all of those things that you're grateful for, and express your appreciation. And breathe. Now, when you are ready, become aware of anything in your life right now. Anything that weighs heavy on you, any concerns about your life, a loved one, anything you're worried about or upset about, bring that to mind. And just breathe. Anything that you bring is perfect. If you can, think of something specifically that's confusing you because you don't know how it fits in your life in spirit. And just breathe. Now take a moment to honestly share your thoughts and feelings about this situation, this confusion, with the image you have chosen to represent Spirit. Spirit's there with you, open and willing and wanting to hear. And just breathe. Let it know how you truly feel about this situation, this confusion. Let it know what the questions are that you yearn to ask. In your own way, in whatever way seems right for you. Be honest with Spirit and let it know. And now just simply imagine that it is responding, communicating back in a way you can understand. Allow yourself to receive the communication and breathe. Be open. Be open to it. Notice your response to this communication. Consider this communication. Hear it. And listen carefully. And breathe. If there are concerns or questions about this that have stirred up inside of you, just continue the dialogue and imagine your invisible advisor, the Spirit, the God Self there with you. And breathe. From a sincere place, asking your questions and listening, like if it was a communication with a dearly beloved that you had always loved speaking to. Ask it anything. This communication might come in words, feelings, senses. Most often it comes in a combination. But you can understand and hear it. And breathe. when you're clear as you can be for now, take a moment again to attend to the image. Once more, notice. Is it the same? Or has it changed in any way? Notice if there's anything you have learned, anything you have learned from it or about it. And just breathe. Notice how you feel about it. If you'd like to go back again at another time, to touch it again, to commune, to be with your image, simply ask it if it would be willing to come and to communicate with you again in this way. And just breathe. Let it answer. Let it inform you. Ask it if there is anything it wants you to know or to do to make it easier for it to keep communicating with you. And breathe. Now, bid your image farewell. Thank it for the gift. Thank it for informing you. And whenever it seems appropriate, allow it to just fade away. Now bringing yourself back, bring back anything that you found important to bring back. As the image completely fades, allow yourself to come back into the outer world. And breathe. When you're all the way back and your attention is back on where you're sitting, where you are, you feel yourself re-emerging into the outer world. Let yourself gently stretch. Move your body around. Let your eyes open. And remember, bring back with you whatever is important for you to bring back. And breathe. Now I asked Gino to invite you to bring something to write with and something to write on. I'd like just to take about 3 minutes or so and just write down anything that came to you that's important to you, that you brought back, that belongs to you. Spirit is amazing in that way. In the science of mind, we're told that we are individualized expression of that one life, that one divine life. So whatever the image, whatever the message, whatever you brought back is yours. So go ahead and take that time now, just a few minutes, and then I'll do a prayer for us. Just one more minute. So you're closing your thoughts and bringing back what's important. So as I bring us into prayer, just inviting you to receive, to be here with me and with everyone in this sanctuary, this beautiful place called Universal Spirit Center. It's a beautiful place that honors the divinity within each and every one of us. I'm so grateful to be here and to be here with you. And I'm just knowing that there is an infinite one, an always and forever. And that one life that I know to be God is in and through and around everything and everyone. It is impossible for the Creator to not have concern for its creation. It made us in its likeness, and it gives endlessly of itself to its creation. It is the eternal gift, and it is always available. I feel so blessed to be here with you and to have shared this time and to share my heart and to feel your heart too. And what I know is that Spirit is moving through each of us in magnificent ways. There is no way to stop God. Spirit, the infinite, creative, divine presence, it wants to make more creative energies and sourcing it from its intuitive way of communicating with us as we lift into this idea that we are loved, guided, held, supported, and nurtured by the very thing that made the moon, the stars, and the planets. And for this, I'm so grateful. And I know it's very good and better than good. It's awesome. And so I just release and let go. And wherever you are, just say with me now, and so it is.
Thank you, Zena, for that beautiful process. Thank you. So as we stay grounded in that energy, in that beautiful prayer, let's sing it out. Oh yeah, hey yeah. Oh yeah, hey yeah. Oh yeah, hey yeah. This is our conscious giving time. And there are many ways that you can give to Universal Spirit Center. We are so blessed for all that you do and all that you have given and your commitment to this global community, expanding and just reaching out beyond. We do a lot of work in the community and we are expanding even more so. So blessed for all of your giving, knowing, because you know the laws of the universe. As you give, it is given back unto you. Pressed down and shaking and flowing over, that there's not room enough. Yes. So we thank you for that. And as we have some wonderful new announcements. As you know, we are opening June 20th. Woo, 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 woo. We're all excited. So what does that mean? That means that we'll go back to our regular format. 2 services. 8:30 service, more contemplative, a little more laid back. And our 10 o'clock service, 10:30 service, rockin', sockin', with the full band. Sounds of Spirit will be in the house. Yay, yay, yay. So beautiful and so blessed. So June 20th, and the doors will be open to you. We're looking forward to seeing faces and spirits that we haven't felt in person in a long time. Very excited about that. Also, June 8th, I'm so excited to share with the community that we will have a transgender training, and it will happen through our community room on our webpage. June 8th, 6:30. Click the button, come on in. We're going to have a wonderful person from the transgender community page that will instruct us and help us learn how to stand with our transgender brothers and sisters, our non-binary as well. In this time of inclusiveness, it's important that we realize the importance of including everyone. Everyone should sit at the table. There's room for all. So I'm really hoping that you will sign up. And you don't have to sign up, but if you have any questions, Gino at universalspiritcenter.org, and of course, always Lee at universalspiritcenter.org. That's June 6th in our community room. Looking forward to it. Now, as we get ready to come back live, that's a lot of moving parts, and we need your support. We need your help with the first we got to build it up, then we got to tear it down. You know, our church is somewhat of a mobile being, and so we need some support with that. Bob would love to have some support with that, of the setting up and tearing down. And that's moving some chairs and things of that sort. So please, if you're interested, Lee at universalspiritcenter.org. That's the man. Ah, yes. And always, practitioners are standing by, always available for prayer. We are a community of spiritual tools, 7 days a week. Our YouTube channel has content 7 days a week to keep you aligned, to keep you prayed up, to feel joy, to feel mystique, to help you with your journey. So I look forward to seeing you next week for Kitchen Conversations. And always check out our webpage, because there's a lot going on with racial equality. We have an action every week that helps you know more about being inclusive. And you want to do that. So I thank you. I thank you again, Zena. Such a sweet light. And she came in-house, and we're going to have her again because one of her dates got kaluva kalaga because we were getting reset up and everything wasn't in alignment. So we will have her back once we're open with people in the house so they can feel this magnificent presence. Bob, thank you as always. Bob Moses. All right. right? I'm close. Mo's eyes. Mo's eye. One eye. Mo's eye. Doesn't look like that. It doesn't. And I keep hearing. Thank you, Bob Mosai. I call him Bobby. And of course, Linda E. Linda, thank you so much for always being here. Such a great light. So we will see you next Wednesday on Kitchen Conversations. Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. 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 Hallelujah. Yeah, hey.